Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with Conversation with Self. It's a segment that I normally do on a Monday. I just kind of have a discussion with myself about whatever's on my mind. What you gonna talk about today? I'm gonna talk about signs of controlling and abusive personalities. Wow, that sounds a lot like it's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot. What you got? Well, here's some signs of people that exhibit controlling and abusive behavior. Isolation. They try to isolate you from your friends, your family, or support networks. Making you increasingly dependent on them for emotional support. Jealousy. They exhibit excessive jealousy or possessiveness, often accusing you of being unfaithful without valid reason. Manipulation. They use manipulative tactics such as guilt tripping, gaslighting, or emotional blackmail to control your behavior and your emotions. There's a lot of that going on. Monitoring. They invade your privacy by constantly checking your phone, emails, or social media accounts without your consent. Explosive temper. They have frequent outbursts of anger which can be intimidating or even violent. Blaming. They consistently shift blame onto you, even for their own mistakes or shortcomings. There's a lot of that going on too. Threats and intimidation. They use threats, intimidation, or ultimatums to get their way or to keep you in line. Controlling finances. They control or monitor your finances, making you feel financially dependent and unable to make decisions about money. That's why I want to have my own money, because I won't have to worry about that. You act the ass if you want to, because I'm always keep me somewhere to go, and I'm always have some options. Lack of respect for boundaries. They consistently disregard your boundaries, whether they are physical, emotional, or personal. Demeaning or degrading comments. They make hurtful comments about your appearance, abilities, or worth, eroding your self-esteem. And that's the one thing I look for too. I'm just waiting for somebody to find some little place where they feel like they can dig at me, and I'll remember how you treated me. I'm not going to be around an abusive person. Once I find out who you are and what you're capable of, if you're on the dark side, I'm getting away from you. I sure will. Stalking behavior. They engage in stalking behavior such as following you, showing up uninvited, or excessive online monitoring. Oh, creeps. Forced or unwanted sexual activity. They engage in sexual activity without your consent or against your will. So watch out for these people out here, okay? Just be safe, okay? Minimization or denial of abuse. They downplay or deny their abusive behavior, making you doubt your own experiences. Don't let people do that to you. Call them out for that. They know what they're doing. Wouldn't want somebody to do that to them. Sabotaging independence. They try to sabotage your efforts to pursue education, career goals, or personal interests. When I see somebody getting in the way of me obtaining my objectives or completing my objectives, and they're always coming up with emotional attacks and stuff like that to throw my concentration off, I'm getting them out of my life. They gotta go. Gotta go. Right, self. That's right, self. Isolating from supportive networks. They discourage or prevent you from seeking help or support from friends, family, or professionals. I feel sorry for anybody that's in that situation. I have been, but I got out. I sure did. So I feel bad for anybody in those situations. That's something for you to think about. What you do is your business. I'm just talking about these are signs of a controlling and abusive personality. You can take with it what you want. It's your life. Right, self. Right. And that's why I'm going to live it. Guilt and shame. They use guilt and shame as tactics to make you feel responsible for their behavior. Now, if somebody did something, I'm not going to let somebody gaslight me and make me feel bad because they're not no good. Because they're dysfunctional. No, you're not. I'm not going to allow you to do that to me. Cycle of apology and abuse. They go through cycles of being abusive, followed by apologies and promises to change, only to repeat the cycle. No thanks. No thank you. I'm sorry for people that got to go through that. I do. I'm single. Yep, I sure am. I'm going to stay single. If it means to death, if I don't find somebody that's going to treat me right, I sure will. Is that what I want? No, but guess what, self? You don't want some gaslighter either, do you? No, I don't. No. Unpredictable mood swings. They have extreme mood swings, making it difficult to anticipate their reactions. If you got to go through all that, you need to look at that. You need to think about that. Controlling communication. They monitor and control who you talk to and how often. Often trying to cut off contact with people who may offer support. You need to look at all of that stuff. I mean, it's just something to think about. Frequent criticism. They criticize and belittle you, making you feel inadequate and unworthy. And as soon as somebody does that to me, bye, bud. Bye. That means you don't accept me for who I am. I'm not the one for you. I'm not right, self, right. If you recognize any of these signs in your relationships or in someone else's, it's important to seek help and support. If you're in immediate danger, please reach out to local helplines, or the authorities if you have to. Remember that you deserve to be safe, healthy, and in a respectful relationship.